Welcome back, guys. It's the Tightwad, and today we're looking at my Canopy tent. We use this mostly for the beach, but also use it for craft shows for my woodworking business, Benton Art. Check me out, Benton Art, on Instagram or Facebook. That's BentonArt. But you can see that it got broken. And if you follow me on Instagram and know that Handmade Furniture is my brother-in-law, he broke it. Yeah, I'm calling you out, buddy. But it was a total accident. He was setting up the beach or setting up the tent at the beach or taking it down by himself, which I totally appreciate because it's hard work. But this piece right here snapped. And I know a lot of people have this issue, and most people tend to just throw it away. But since I'm the Tightwad and this is a nice tent, it's not the ones that go on sale for 60 bucks. This one's more in the $100 to $150 range. It's Ozark Trails tent. Throw a shout out to them. I really like the tent. I've used it for many years on the beach. But to fix this, I first have to find a way to brace that. And so what I've done is I bought a straight brace, a flat brace. You can find these at most hardware stores. They have holes in them. They're made to brace two things together. But I drilled an extra hole in the center of it with my drill press. So my thought was I need to somehow join this bracket to the pole, and that'll hold it in place. Fortunately, it did not break at one of these joints, which needs to pivot. It just broke at this one in the middle. The pole stays straight. The two plastic pieces here are what causes it to pivot. So this is held together by a hex screw here and just a nut on the back side. And I'm going to take it apart. So let's get started. Alright, so my first step is to remove this back plastic piece to see exactly what it does to hold this together. So I just take a hex key and unscrew it. Let me make sure that it's not spinning on the other side. And it's coming right out because there is a hex slot on the other side for to hold the nut in place, which is a nice design. So then this pulls right out. So as you can see, it's just a bolt with a hex head on it. And then this piece comes right off. So like I suspected, these are two separate pieces. So really all I need to do is find a way to connect this pole back together and have that hex screw go through it. So now that I've got this piece started, I've realized that I can slide this inside here. I can slide this over the top. This will fit nicely right on the inside. Slide this down and slide this here, and it will hold everything together. All I have to do is drill holes into this piece and this piece that line up with the holes here and here and here and here, and everything will fit together nice and snug, and it'll actually look like it was never broken in the first place. And I think that's the option I'm going to go with, because these poles are hollow. So now I just need to mark the layout of where the holes need to be drilled and drill holes through the pipe to secure this. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to tape this bracket to the pole so that I see exactly where the holes need to be drilled. Then I'm going to drill the holes actually through the bracket so that I make sure that they're exact. So my friends John and Colton suggested just using duct tape to fix this with in the first place. So shout out to them while I'm making this video. I am actually going to use duct tape to fix this in one of my steps. So since I want the holes slightly bigger than the holes in the plate itself, I'm going to get each hole started with a drill bit. So I add marks where all the holes need to go. So they're all marked, and now I can take it off. Just remove the tape to remove the bracket from the poles, and then I used a slightly larger drill bit to drill the holes all the way through both sides. Alright, so I have my bolts ready. I have a flat side bolt here, and I'm going to slide the brace down in there and get a bolt started on the bottom side so it doesn't slide down the pole. You see that screwed in. Now I'll take the top side piece with the original sleeve on it and slide it down in. Get it down over the middle part where it belongs and slide the bolt in the top side. If you drilled your holes in the correct locations, they should go right in. And it does. So now I just have to get this middle piece, work back down over the sharp metal. And I'm just test fitting everything to make sure it's going to fit properly. And they just started cutting grass, so sorry about the noise. This bolt should slide back through both pieces because I have a hole drilled in the center of that bracket and it goes right through. Everything's coming together as hoped. Let me get my hex key. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this middle piece down, and that'll hold everything together while I finish off these other two bolts. So I'm not even going to use the inside bolts because they're really close to the bracket itself, and just two will hold it fine since it's a metal piece, a lot sturdier metal than these tubes. I'm going to slide this lock washer on, and then I also have a lock nut that I'll tighten down, and same thing on the bottom bolt. Lock washer, or a spring washer some people call it, and a nut. And let me grab my screwdriver and ratchet. So I'm going to hold the bolt in place, make sure my ratchet's going the right direction here, and I'll tighten it down. I'm just going to tighten it down until I see the head pull in just a little bit on these metal poles. Remember, they're fragile because that's what broke it in the first place, so don't go too tight down on these. As long as those lock washers start to grab, you're good to go. They're not going to back off again. So as you can see, a little bit of drilling, one part from the hardware store. Total cost is about $5 for this fix, and this joint on this tent is never going to break again, I can guarantee you that. If you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. You'll find a lot more repair and upgrade videos on my channel. I don't post weekly, but I post every time I encounter a problem. You'll see some more of my videos on the screen now. Click them and they'll open right up on your device. I hope you guys have a great day.